Hello and welcome to this practice. This is meant to be a very short hip opening practice and is by no means meant to be a full yoga practice, but these are some of the movements that I like to do after a exercise routine or when I'm on a hike, and I thought that I would share them with you all. So, uh, without further ado, let's get started. You can practice this almost anywhere. As you can see, I set up outside, but you can easily set up a yoga mat indoors, um, on your carpet, or any other way you'd wish to practice. And at any time, if you need to take a break, you can come to a seated position, either directly on your backside or grab a block or whatever. So the first thing that we'll do is go ahead and reach your arms down to the ground. Press your fingertips into the ground to steady yourself. Lift your chest up and straighten your posture. Bring your eyes forward and begin to settle in to your practice. It's always best to settle in slowly, not trying to force any of the movements today, but just taking them as they come. Now, with your posture straightened, lift your arms above your head and lower them back down. Connect your movement with your breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, bring your arms down. Consciously push your knees down towards the ground, sending energy into your hips. Inhale and exhale. Slow and deliberate. Inhale once more. Exhale. Inhale, this time lift your gaze up towards your fingertips. Exhale, twist over to the right. Still maintain that upright position as you look over your right shoulder. And you can use your left fingertips as a brace, so a support and assist to help your shoulders around. Inhale all the way up. This time, twist to the left. Inhale all the way up. Bring your palms to touch in the middle and bring them down towards your forehead, past your eyes, to your center. Bow forward, up. That was just a small introductory movement to get us grounded. For the rest of the practice, we're going to stay in movements and postures for a little bit longer to give you a little chance to open up in those positions. This is more on the gentle yin side of yoga. And so if you're looking for another more intense or challenging practice, then there are other options for you. So go ahead and transition on to your hands and knees. Here in this tabletop position, so versatile, we can go in any direction we want. Go ahead and start moving front and back. Keep in mind that I am your guide, but by no means do you need to do exactly what I do. Your spine has almost unlimited range of motion if we simply allow it, and so you can choose to go around in circles. Spreading your fingertips wide, widen your base, making sure that your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. side to side. Shift your weight between each and every corner. And again, maintain your long, what's called Ujjayi breath. It's a warming, balancing breath. In through your nose and out through your nose. As opposed to occasionally we can get in the habit of breathing through our mouth. This brings our energy toward our core. As you tuck your toes and do the same thing. In a moment, we will fully warm our spine up, starting with some cat-cows. And come back to center. Untuck your toes and inhale. Drop your belly, lift your gaze forward. Lift your tailbone. Press into the mat for your cow. Exhale, tuck your chin. Press your fingertips into the mat for cat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Follow this rhythm. And just as before, we're allowing any movement that you feel ready for in this practice. So sometimes I like to wiggle side to side and even around in circles. And if there are things in your environment that are competing with your attention, just go ahead and acknowledge them. But then maintain your awareness on your practice and gently guide your thoughts back to the present. Whether it's the sound of your pets, whether it's the sound of a passing friend or acquaintance, someone you haven't yet met, it's all welcome, but it should not get in the way of your healing. Continuing with your movements around in circles, making sure to balance each side. Go ahead and step your right foot forward. Now you're in a low lunge with your knee on the ground. Lift your arms up. Now we're going to do a sequence here with your arms up. Bend your elbows. Close your elbows. Open your elbows. Lift your arms. Close and lift. At the top of your movement, go ahead and bring your gaze up, down, close, open, up, down, close, open, up. All the while, make sure that your hips are pointed forward. Really press into your glutes. Activate, engage. Once more. Down, close, open, up, down, close, open, up. Now press your hands back into the mat. Leave your left hand pressed into the ground and go ahead and open up through your right. You're in a low lunge twist now. And go ahead and drop your right hand back down. Gently switch your legs. Bring your left foot forward into your low lunge. And immediately press up your hands into your standing lunge. Here, remember to stack your hips, activate your glutes, stand strong into both supporting knee and foot. Gaze up towards your fingertips, and just like before, down, close, open, up. Reach out long, down, close, open, up, down, wide, close, open, up. Once more, down, close, open, up. Drop your hands down towards the mat. Leave your right hand planted. Open up through your left. Now close off and go ahead and sit back onto your heels, onto your knees, rather. Here we'll take another second to ground down, this time in a different position. Inhale, lift your arms above your head. Exhale, bring your hands down and plant into the mat. Press your chest forward, gaze up, and maintain this posture as you lift your arms off of the floor and up and down, up, down. Once more, inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, up. And then down. Go ahead and step back into your low lunge once more. We're going to do a slightly different movement here. And so, before we were in a very narrow stance for our lunge, go ahead and shift your foot position outward slightly, and maybe even step your knee an inch or two to the left. This is what's called a lizard's lunge. Place both of your hands in between your legs, closer to your front foot, and begin to find some movement here. This is what we were preparing for when we first started by activating our spine, allowing movement in our tabletop position. Allow your right big toe to come off of the mat or wherever you're practicing. And allow that to help you to open up your hips and maybe even come down onto your forearms. Whether it's accessible for you or not today, just take note of where you are and love that place with non-judgment. A few more breaths here. If you need to come out of it slightly, please do. Front and back, side to side. And go ahead and switch feet. Bring your left forward. Same thing. Heel toe out to the side to your comfort and start to come down lower as needed. Begin to prepare to come out of this stretch by placing both palms on your mat. Step your left foot back. And now come to sit on your backside, on your sits bones. And then this is not an abdominal practice, but we're going to take some time to come down onto our back slowly and deliberately. And so bring your heels nice and close into your bum. Sit up straight. Reach your palms facing up in front of you. And then slowly make your way down, curling so that it takes you the maximum amount of time to come down. Engage your core. And then come back down onto your back. Go ahead and bend your right knee. Place your right heel on your left knee, on your left quadricep. And use this stretch to open up your right hip. For more advanced stretch, you can go ahead and reach between and grab the outsides of your left knee and bring the whole unit in close, but certainly no need. You get all the benefit from just staying on the ground. All right. And we'll go ahead and switch sides. Bring your left ankle over to your right quadricep. First open passively, and then if need be, you can reach between your legs and grab. You may sense a difference between the two sides. No one is perfect, and so we all have some sense of asymmetry in our bodies. Sometimes it's more noticeable than other times, depending on which position or posture we're in, but it's all part of the process. Go ahead and drop your foot down if you had it up. Bring your foot off of your quad and go ahead and come into a waterfall. We'll do this by lifting our feet off of the ground, tucking our Knees in toward our chest. From here, place your palms on the mat and extend your legs upward straight. Act as if you're standing on a wall that's just out of reach for you. And so, what that means is press your heels and make your feet as flat as possible. Heels toward the sky, towards the ceiling. Now, go ahead and bend both knees, bring them down. Keep your left foot on the ground. Bring your right foot towards your chest. Right knee towards your chest. Simply give your knee a hug here. Today, since we're not, this is a very low level stretch, we're not going to extend our left leg out, but that's certainly possible. However, the main benefit of this stretch is in the right hip flexor. And so extending your left leg does not necessarily give you any more benefit. It may even cause injury and hyperextension. So we're doing just enough to take care of ourselves. Right on. Bring your leg down, switch sides, and give yourself a nice big hug because you worked hard today. Whatever you're doing today, you did it right, especially since you found your way to this video. You had enough awareness to realize that this practice may be something that could benefit you. And so, first of all, thank you, but also thank yourself for taking the time. Ungrip your knee, bring yourself down. Lift both knees up towards your chest. Reach between your knees and grab the outsides of your feet. Happy baby pose. This is our last active stretch. And here's one more opportunity to find some movement, specifically in your perispinal muscles, the muscles that are directly besides your spinal cord that can sometimes hold a lot of our tension. Roll out front and back. And you can feel how much of a self-massage that is. How much play you can invite through this movement. And when you're done, and not a second sooner, go and release your hands from your feet and extend fully into a corpse pose, Shavasana, for our final rest and contemplation. Go ahead and spread your feet wide to the edges of your mat. Place your palms facing up and rest the back of your head on the mat. Allow your knees to drift off to the sides. And bring your awareness to all of the surface area that connects you to the earth. away from our surroundings and towards our connection and our grounding. We often hold tension in areas of our body that experience stress, such as our hips and our heart. But each day we have an opportunity to unthread the knots, to work through some of that trauma piece by piece, episode by episode. This practice is simply one step in that process if you've made your way here. But each interaction, each promise, every word contributes to your healing or to trauma or somewhere in between. One of the highest and most noble pursuits is to transform your trauma into something that is useful, first for you, that it may serve you, and through that, that it may serve others. It is often said in the yoga tradition that much of the suffering that we encounter in life is due to desire, the wanting, the unhealthy and unhelpful striving. Much of what we need is already within grasp and is already here. We simply must choose to accept that truth and settle into the life that we must live. In these final moments before we wrap up and transition out of our child's pose, out of our resting pose, gather all of your attention and do one final uh, body scan, one final check of anything that you may be holding on to, maybe lingering, and take a deep breath in and exhale, sigh, let it all out. Let it go. Whatever is meant for us will make its way to us. And with that, if you are ready and not a second sooner, go ahead and bring some movement into your fingers and toes, your most distal, your furthest reaches of your being, your body, your spirit. And then bring some larger movements into your arms and legs. At this point, you can still leave your eyes closed, but transition onto one side or the other, preferably the right side, to leave your heart open. And come to a seated position where we'll close for this practice. Once there, bring your palms to face up. Sit up nice and tall and notice any difference from when you started the practice until now. One more time. Press your fingertips into your mat. And now lift your fingertips off of the mat. Lift your arms above your head. Gather all of this practice, all of the energy connected between your palms. And then bring your palms down, past your third eye, past your brow, past your mouth, speaking beautiful, kind words, and down to your heart. The light in me sees, guides, and respects the light in each and every one of you. Have a blessed day, and may I see you on another day. Namaste.